Hi everyone, my name is Alpha and welcome to another speed build. I hope you're having an amazing weekend. So today we are going to build something different. I know I always say something like that. We're gonna build something different. We're gonna build something that's never been done before. Yada yada yada. But this is totally different because this is the Realm of Magic inspired build. So I just purchased the Realm of Magic pack a few days ago, and right after I purchased that pack, I decided to make this Spellcasters Dormitory. So I think it's very, I would say, necessary to have a dorm for the spellcasters, because I mean we have student housing for the Discovery University. So I think if you are a student in the magic realm, you're supposed to live in a dorm. So actually that's the background story of this build. So I purchased the Realm of Magic just because I want to have that window, that specific window, the square one. That, I mean, they have this weird yet beautiful and magical motif, the one that I use in this build. And they also have this like stained glass pattern on it, as well as, which is the important part, they have this basic black and white swatches, which is very important for us builders. So yeah, I decided to purchase the pack and build something like this instead. So there you go. And on this lot, this is actually as I just said earlier, a dormitory for five students, five spellcasters. So I imagine that these spellcasters are a student in the magic realm, and they have very different personalities. So there are 4 houses in this lot, 4 tiny houses. I believe at least tiny houses, if not a micro home, but there are 4 houses and each one has very, I would say, different interior style. Although I use the same what was that, countertops, stoves, and fridge, as well as the same beds for every house, because I feel like it's very realistic to have something like the exact same thing for every build. So not for every build, for every house. So yeah, that's that. And for your information, the footage is 4 to 5 hours long, which is a long video. Actually, it would be a long video, but I managed to cut them up a little bit. So I cut up the landscaping portion just a little bit, as well as the roofing portion, because I think it's not very interesting and a bit boring to see something repetitive. So I decided to cut them off, and if I wasn't cut them off, this would be a 40 minutes long video. So I don't want that exactly, because it's gonna be way too long, and I always sped up my video up to 10 times, depend on the build type. So since this is a longer build, I sped up 10 times, so it's intense, but I still have 40 minutes long, and I think that's ridiculous. So I have to cut them off a little bit, so we don't have this intensely long video. So this video itself has, I would say, like 17 minutes ish long. So it's still a pretty long video. It's still a pretty long process, but this is the best I could do. So anyway, there are 4 houses in this build, and here's the thing. I know nothing, like literally nothing about Harry Potter. I'm not a Potterhead. I'm so sorry if you are a Potterhead, but I mean, I did watch the film, a few of their movies, like the first one until the, I would say, third one. I believe I watched the first one because I really do remember that we have this scene where the Harry, he was being confused with this 9 3/4 wall in the station. I did remember that, and I think Harry Potter is beautiful. But here's the thing, sci-fi movies or fantasy movies are not very my liking, so I'm terribly sorry for you Potterhead fans, but it's just my thing. So anyway, we have 4 houses in this lot, yep. And I know that I know that Hogwarts has 4 different houses as well, and these tiny houses wasn't inspired by those houses. So even though we have 4 houses in this lot, each house is just very different, I would say, personalities, because I did imagine that each spellcaster has this personal liking. Like the first one, that is this the first one? Oh, this is actually the second one. The first one that I built a few minutes ago, she or he, they loved something very natural. They love playing with the plants. They love herbalism. If you have outdoor retreat, I believe you could have this herbalism skill, but unfortunately I haven't got the, what was that, outdoor retreat. So I mean, they don't have the abilities to make something herbal, but if you have the outdoor retreat, you could do that. But the second house, which you see in the screen right now, this is a dorm for the twins. So I imagine that the Sims that live here is a twin brothers, and there is this character on the Harry Potter that they are a twin brother. I even remember their face, but I totally forgotten what was their name. Oh my god. What is the name? What's his name? But I know there's this character that he is a twin. So yeah, this is for him, and they just a nerd. They love to studying something. So yeah, that's that. And this house, the second and the fourth house, is actually a little bigger rather than the first and the third one. So I decided to make this to be a twin house, but I decided to make the houses has very similar appliances as well as beddings or beds, because I think it's very realistic to have something similar in the dorm. So yeah, that's that. But anyway, since I know nothing about Harry Potter, I mean, I feel very confused, I would say, because these people that they know which house they belong to, because I don't know. I don't. I'm not a Potterhead, and I don't watch the whole movies, so I know nothing about Harry Potter. But since there are four houses, I would say Ravenclaw, Slytherin, Hufflepuff, and Gryffindor, I should belong to one. So I decided to take a quiz. So there is a quiz for knowing which house you belong to, and this quiz is from quizlagoon.com. I will link the quiz itself in the description box. Just check them out. But there are two questions that very confusing me, because those two are the last questions. So the second to last one is something like which house you think you like the most, and I answered Ravenclaw because Ravenclaw is blue and I would say gray, but it's not gray, it's black. Blue and black. It has blue and black colorings, so I think it's very cool. So I decided to choose that, even though I wasn't so sure. I think until now I'm not sure if that is the right choice, because I just answered them by the colorings, not the actual house. But I chose Ravenclaw. And the last one is, despite which house you like the most, which house you think you belong to. And that is the last question, and I don't know. I mean, how am I supposed to know? Because that is the reason that I took the quiz. So how? But at the end, I chose Hufflepuff because it sounds very cute. So I mean, the word Hufflepuff is very cute and very, I would say, teensy, magical teen-ish. I don't know if that's a word, but anyway, I chose Hufflepuff, and the end result had me shook. I mean, they said, "Welcome to Ravenclaw." They said, I mean, I even have this tab open on my PC on my other monitor, and they said something like that, like, "Welcome to Ravenclaw." I will read you the description. "You are in the house of the most intelligent students. Here, you can also dive into the creative side of your talents and uncover your hidden talents. We'll enjoy your eccentricity with you. Besides, who doesn't look good in blue? Notable students: Luna Lovegood, Cho Chang, Gilderoy Lockhart, Garrick Ollivander, Philius Ludwig, etc." Here's the thing. I would say I'm a bit creative, but I don't know, am I an intelligent student? Because what is the measurement? I mean, there is no such measurement, but oh my god, I just realized that we are 14 minutes long already. And basically, let's go back to the build. So this is the last house, and the third one is a knitting spellcaster. So she lives by knitting, so I decided to put those knitting objects on the house. And the last one, which you see in the screen right now, is for the senior, and that's why this house is a bit bigger. And he is a nerd, yet he loves to cook, so that's why that he has this beautiful countertop on it. And at first I decided to put a sink, but I think it's very unrealistic to have a sink customly, because it's supposed to have this plumbing thingy. But since it's the same, it's it's unrealistic anyway, but I decided to not use that, and we put this, I would say, triangular cedars. Yes, triangular cedar for the window, the bay section, and I love that triangular cedar. I mean it's so cute, and those are from cats and dogs, and I did try to limit the packs that I use, but unfortunately we ended up with a lot of packs. I mean, clearly I use Dine Out, Jungle Adventure, Discover University, Cats and Dogs, Spa Day, Tiny Living, Knitting, what else? I think Laundry Day, a bunch of stuff packs and game packs and expansion packs as well. But yeah, that's that. But yeah, we are getting closer to the end of the video. I'm sorry for those random rambles about Harry Potter thingy that I tell you earlier, but that's just how I do. If you want to download this build, this has been up on the Sims 4 gallery. You can search by my ID elfathiera or under the hashtag elfathiera in the Sims 4 gallery. Also, if you prefer a link straight to gallery, I have that one as well on the description box, and the link to download the tray files too from SimFileShare. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit the thumbs up button. Also make sure to be subscribed to the channel and turn the notifications on so you will be notified every single time I post new video. And thank you if you did. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!